Welcome to day 3 of the 7-day Queen Cleanse. Now, if you've been following along over the past 3 days, over the past 2 days or so, you have already learned how to make sure that you choose the right equipment based on your lifestyle and your overarching goal. You've probably already learned how to perfect your technique and even add some amazing smoothie extras to make sure you've got great consistency, mind-blowing taste, and to make sure your smoothies are packed with nutrients. And so today we are going to be talking all about the signs of reset. Okay, what are the signs of reset? Cleanses do so many different things, and it's more than things that are done to your physical body. When you cleanses always have a way of going just a little bit deeper than we actually ever thought that they could. And so I'm going to give you in this video a few different ways that you can spot quickly the signs of reset so that you know you're on the right track. So the first thing you want to know is that when you're doing a cleanse, when you've come off of things that are boxed, bagged, canned, processed, and move into a space where you're doing mostly whole foods, you are absolutely putting yourself into a place where you can reset the one thing that keeps everybody from being sustainably well. That one thing is the space between your ears. That is your mind, your mindset. The way you think of yourself, the way you view wellness is the way that you will act it out. We can't pretend. The way that we think and the programming that has been laid down in our brains and what we think about our bodies, and even what we think the difference between health, wellness, and fitness is, are all due to the way we've been programmed from the ground up, even from when we were little. And so when you go on a cleanse, one of the things you want to pay attention to is how your mindset shifts to a space that feels more sustainably well to you. That is the key, and those are the things that you're going to be looking for, especially over these next 7 days. Now, some people had so much of an epiphany that they moved through and went to another 7 days, which is absolutely powerful because they felt the signs of reset and they followed those signs and ran hard after those signs so that they can get more of those signs of reset. Now, there are some physical signs of reset, but the first one, like I said, I'm going to talk about is the mindset. When we stride out to change our mindset, when we stride out to try to change the way that we've thought over time and reprogram what we think about ourselves and about what wellness really means to us and how important it is to us, our physical body begins to want to act that out. And we just simply crave different things. We desire different things, and we desire those things on a deeper level. So it's key to pay attention to how you're thinking over the course of the next 7 days. Where is your mind at? What are you thinking about on a consistent, regular basis? Where are you in terms of your overarching goal? Is it something that you think about daily and hope that you'll get? When we speak in terms of hope, we have to be careful in our mindset that we're not actually begging, because we don't want to get into a space of desperation or begging or anything like that. We want to be in a space that allows us to be sustainably well and coming from a space that just flows for us, right? And so that is the key. When you're on a cleanse, you want to pay attention to how your thoughts flow. Now, if you're someone that says, Ange, I have a problem with being negative Nancy, right? I have a problem with hanging around negative Nancy, or I just have an issue with learning how to think positively on a consistent basis. You have to find that thing, and I challenge you to do this. Find that one thing that allows you to shut the switch off on the negative talk and flip the switch on when it comes to positive thinking. And so you've got to find that thing that flips your switch every single time. And whether that's going to be a little note you keep with yourself, whether that's going to be something that you look at, an article of clothing, or something that matches your overarching goal over this next 7 days, whatever that thing is, manage your stress or manage your frustration around that thing. And use that article or use that thing to help you train your mindset. This may sound elementary, but let me tell you, it's absolutely powerful over time. And so that is the key. It's about making sure that you have that thing in front of you that allows you to lay some different tracks, lay some different thought processes, and create a completely different subconscious mind when it comes to the way you think about your wellness and your health overall. Now, we're going to talk about number 2 of the reset, or signs of the reset, and that has to do with your bowel movements. Yes, yes, yes. All cleanses and detoxes have a tendency to send you into the restroom. It's just par for the course, right? It's just par for the course. It's just about how we clean things out and get things moving along. And here's the thing about that. You want to pay attention to what you're letting out, because the things that your body eliminates literally tell you a story about what's going on with your body. The beautiful thing about this body that we live in is that it's always giving us signs. It's giving us signs that it feels great. It's giving us signs that it needs a reset. It's giving us signs that it needs a little boost. It gives us signs all the time. And so it's up to us to pay attention. The things that the body no longer wants, or the things that the body eliminates or pushes out, you want to pay attention to those things. And your bowel movement is the one source that gives you so much information that a lot of people just flush down the toilet and never look at again. And so you want to start paying attention to your bowel movements. What do they look like? It's your body. Pay attention to every single piece of it. What does it look like? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it dark? Is it light? Things that look more dark and things that are heavy and sink to the bottom of the toilet and that are hard tend to be very, very old. And it's proof that things haven't been moving along and eliminating out of your system like they should be. Things that are floating on top of the water and things that don't kind of just hover, you want to make sure you're paying attention to that, because it has everything to do with there being too much fat or the inability to process fat thoroughly in your body. And so you want to pay attention to that. And so it's more than just taking a poop and getting up. On this cleanse, I want you to pay attention to it. I want you to pay attention to every single piece and everything that has to do with you. This is the time over the next 7 days to get so meticulous about the body that you live in that people start to think that you're a little bit weird. But I want you to pay attention to it, because your body is always telling you the story of its wellness. Your body is always telling you, whether it's telling you here, whether it's telling you here, or whether it's telling you in the toilet. It's always telling you signs of your wellness and signs of whether or not that health and that wellness needs a leg up. And this has very little to do with whether your overarching goal is weight loss, whether your overarching goal is more energy. It has very little to do with what the overarching goal really is. And it's more about learning your body and how to stay well. And with tiny little tweaks, we can reverse different things in our body. It's not something where we have to kind of reinvent the wheel, right? But a cleanse is one of the things that gets us in the mindset and gets us clear enough to start looking and thinking about these things. The last thing you want to think about is your energy and your energy levels. When you go on a cleanse, it's not uncommon that it feels like your energy just drops. You have to pay attention to those signs. When your body has more toxins than it's ever been allowed to release on a consistent basis, you're going to immediately, by day 3 and 4, it's not uncommon to feel like you want to step out of the race and say, you know what, I'll take this on another time, or feel more frustrated than you normally would, or have cravings that come back in a way that's just fulminant. And so you want to pay attention to this, because one of the signs of reset is this inability to feel like you can be as active as you need to be. But it's a sign that the body needs a major reset. And then even beyond that thing, it's about making sure that you watch how your energy escalates, how your metabolism resets, and how you're able to move about your day with clearer thinking and with your overarching goal staying at the forefront of all of your thought processes in a positive way. You want to pay attention to your glandular system as well, meaning your pituitary, thyroid gland, your adrenal glands, your reproductive system. You want to pay attention to signs that whether or not you're having the energy that you need to move through different tasks, move through different things that are required of you. Your energy is the one thing that makes you thrive and makes you go. Next to the mind, of course, but your energy and your energy levels spiritually and physically have everything to do with your ability to get up and go on a consistent basis and push through the things that life is just gonna throw at you. And so when you're on a cleanse, those levels change automatically. And it's about paying attention to those levels, keeping a journal about those levels. Are you sensing people's energy a little bit more? Are you able to pick up on things even more than you ever thought you could? Is your physical energy not enough to get you through your workouts? What is that thing that has shifted for you concerning your energy on this day 3 or by day 3? This is the time when you actually start to pick up on and understand all the different pieces that make cleansing seasonally so much more pivotal to your overall wellness. It's more than just mixing up smoothies and having a great time and getting with other queens and in their space to be able to share your experiences with them. It's about also paying attention, honing into everything that's coming through you and for you on a regular basis so that you know your signs of reset and not miss those signs. So pay attention to your body. Make sure that you're checking your energy on a regular basis. And if you did not know, yes, you can work out on this cleanse. I highly suggest that you start with body weight movements and make sure that you're doing those movements on a consistent basis to keep your energy going and to keep your energy up. Now, I will say this. If you're opting to exercise while you're on a cleanse, you may need to step it up a little bit more in the recipes that are provided. But by now, you've gotten yourself into a flow and know that, okay, these are amazing recipes, but I got to have a little bit more to get me through the day. So you have to, there's no one size fits all to cleansing, right? It's about having that beautiful foundation and then moving into that cleanse. And then as you move through, pay attention to the signs and the things that work for you. Tweak it, shift it, move it, and make it yours so that you can pull it out every season and get back on track. That being said, I hope you're enjoying day 3, and I'll see you for day 4.